Okay. So these just drawn in with some shapes. I'm just going to take a couple of them. Make sure this one is in the front. And why it's there, bump it up a little bit. But taking those two pieces with the Pathfinder, so bringing that up, and just punching that out. Take these two. They're already aligned, or maybe not. So bring that one forward. It comes to the foreground once it's picked up. And just kind of highlight that one. And select that. Here's the Align tool. Here's the Unite. And then this one here. Can align that too. So now you kind of have this battery. So it might be a little off as you look at the picture there. But if I select this, I can take and adjust the curvature of all those parts and pieces that are in there. So it's going to give it a little bit more of a section to it. I can take just two of these and curve that even more, and that kind of builds that section up pretty good. Also want to just take half of it, so if I take a shape and put it over the top, it'll line the center up, and I can select the both of them and punch that out. So now I have just the section that's going to be for the inside of this. So if I grab a color of that one and then do the effect 3D and revolve it around it, preview it so you can get the shape of it. So now I have this battery pretty well drawn out there. Okay, and then just more options to show some of the lighting. Throw a couple highlights out there. Put one behind it. Not too far. And that kind of gives you that battery part. And then the second part we'll do is just the labeling for that. So when you take this, you can rotate the text a little bit. Gives you a little bit of a kind of a space to begin with. Zoom into it. And again, trying to adjust the point size. Taking a look at the character tablet and using some of these fonts. And here you have the section. So here's bold, oblique. I can kind of adjust it here. Minimize down the text. Try to get it placed right in there as such. And again, the tracking, you can minimize that piece there. Adjust the lettering for that part. And if it's not enough, you can always go back into the shear tool. You have the reflect, rotation, shear tool. Lets you change the lettering just a little bit more. Italicized. So it kind of bends that up there. Same idea. If you do the next one, just doing industrial, you can kind of see the font already placed out there. Highlight that and just make it impact. Makes it bold. And you're kind of using this as a little help there. Guys, screen, I think. Okay. So just to show it to you, this is the lettering. So I've taken Energizer, Industrial, Alkaline, registration mark. I think I might have lost there, so I'm going to have to redo that one. Let's see if I got it sitting over here. Here it is right here. So I'm just going to put a copy of that right there. Okay. So this part I kind of left sitting there. I turned everything white to the text, a green box around this part, and went ahead and made a symbol out of this. But before I did that, kind of copied it here first, put the black background to it. So it just kind of created this shape right here. and you can change that black, turn this to white, and send this backwards. Okay. Now the text, just so I can switch it over here, I just made this white just by going into the channel palette here, and you can also click it on into this side too. So depending on how many colors you already have highlighted, kind of builds that up. Okay, so it's just trying to give you the setup for it. So then highlighting all of this, before I make it a symbol, I'm just going to duplicate it above here in case I need to go back to it. Symbol palette is the clover leaf, so click on that, add it, and just put the symbol on there. I italicize those type of things. And then just go back in. I have the 3D model. I just forgot the registration mark on this part, so I'm just going to take this one, go to 3D Revolve, click on the preview to see it, map art. I know it's at 10, so I'm just going to click on this for none, and just go ahead and get the second battery right there. And this is going to be at the base, so I'm just going to rotate this around. I have to set it manually, I can't hold the shift key, but there it is straight. And put it right on the surface there. You can kind of see it overlaps, it's just on that edge. Registration's back in there. Just going to extend this a little bit and make sure art is shaded. If I don't have that, it's just a solid piece. Click OK. Click OK. And now I have that section. And I did make this gray so that that part would be shaded in there just about enough to work with it there. And then on the layers panel, just to show you, kind of have this part on a separate layer. And there you have the battery. Now again, it's trying to take you into the modeling and the Photoshop, that type of thing. But okay, again, this is a full range of the battery itself. Needs a little work on the 3D. This is a good example. The three-dimensional has the reflections, a little bit of the outer glow in Photoshop when they've created the box part. Gives you that look to it, the feel for it. Again, this one also having the outside advertising space for it. A little bit of three-dimensional change on the reflection needs touched up. Trying to show the dimensional quality of it as it goes through. Two colors, kind of a flat background for this. Enhancing it, putting the box in there. The same idea, adding the informational piece, trying to get it to glow. Tops and bottoms of this one showing the side view. Remember the three-dimensional model you can just flip in Illustrator, and that'll get you set up perfectly for that. So just trying to figure out that piece.